Okay. All right. Well, welcome to your practice, guys. And, happy Thursday. This keeps going around. Here we are. So happy Thursday. And the end of May already. Wow. It's a lot. And there's a lot going on. And so this will be, we're not going to, this is just going to be a feel in practice because of everything that's going on. Whether you tune into it or not, I don't know, I'm going to say it, Mercury retrograde, and we had the super moon, and we have an eclipse. We had a lunar eclipse yesterday. All of these, there's a lot of energy happening. We also have the energy of spring and the energy of everything else that's happening. And, I feel like that this taking time to rest deeply, as we've been doing, for the last, I don't even know how long, but our evening classes are pretty much time to feel in, and the value in that is huge. So I get lost in I want to talk about that, but I'm bringing it back in. So I did bring a book today. Sharon reminded me how I used to do these readings before class a lot, and I haven't done it for a long time. But so I did pull out one of my books, and I found a nice little complimentary reading to what I'm talking about. This practicing being quiet and practicing stillness is not something that's highly valued in our society. It's not something that we're offered very often, and sometimes it's like that old joke from I'm just thinking of the movie Duplex with Ben Stiller, where like, you're napping, all he does is nap. But napping is profound. Like if you really take your napping seriously, you just need 20 minutes. And it's a huge gift. And around 2:00 in the afternoon, we start looking for chocolate or a snack because our body needs rest. So that's what I was, okay. So that's the practice today. All right.
Okay.
Good. So.
You're not going to do.
I'm going to do a reading. I'm just going to wait. We're going to open practice, and then I'll get you settled, and I'll read to you. All right, friends. So let's just start this way we've been doing. One hand up, one hand down, and maybe just lift your shoulders up as you take a big breath in. Roll them back and down. And if you feel you want to do that a few more times, go for it. You can let your eyes close. And whenever you're ready, you'll just settle into your seat with soft hands. And a little bit of lengthening in the spine. And a softening through the muscles of your face. Slowing your breath down. Softening your eyes. And then very gently just turn your hands so one's up and one's down in the opposite way. And just notice that little change takes you out of where you were a moment ago. You have to bring yourself back. Good. So as you begin your next inhalation, lengthen and let the shoulders lift, just as we did a moment ago. And as you exhale, keep the length, but let the shoulders drop. Stay here as you inhale. And on your exhalation, join the hands together in front of your heart space. Welcome yourself to your practice, to your presence, to your mat, and to this act of self-love and deep self-care. Is to acknowledge that the root of all of it, it's not about getting the leg behind your head. It's not even about standing on your head. It's just about honoring where you are and being brave enough to enter into space where you feel where you are. It's not easy. So acknowledge that you're here. to do the work, whatever it is. And we will seal that with 3 ohms. Inhale. Bowing your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, groovy. So we are gonna be on your backs. I am gonna offer one sun salute for any takers, anyone who's in. We'll just zip through that. And just so you know, if you just wanna come lie down, we're gonna lie down flat on the backs, the bolster under your head, and your feet on the floor. But you're gonna have 2 blankets beside you for Badakanasana when we get there. Okay, so if you're joining me in sun salutes, we'll just clear the mat, and I'll keep my heating pad on the mat. And you just come to stand at the top of your mat. And just let my head be cut off, and it's all fine. Okay, if you need blocks for any part of this, then bring them in. And also, you know, if you have high blood pressure, putting your head down isn't happy, you could just turn and use the wall. So I just say all that, but here we go. So feel your feet just rock front to back from, you know, balls of the feet to the heels a few times. Good. All right. And then come to rest on your feet. Press into the floor. As you inhale, sweep your arms out to the side and straight up. Pause here for 3 breaths. Just pressing the feet down, reaching the arms, lengthening and softening. 1 more breath. And we'll inhale, reach out, press the feet down. Exhale, open the arms out to the side, fold forward, touch the earth, bend your knees, grab your blocks, make it a place you can be. As you inhale, just lift your chest and your head, look forward. And as you exhale, fold. And we'll just do that 2 more times. So at your own pace, just inhaling and exhaling. Let your head move a little bit, if that's okay. And then just resting in the forward fold for just 1 more breath. Good. Okay, we're going to keep the right foot forward and take the left foot back into la lunge. And once you get back, just kind of wiggle it. Okay. All right, we're going to come up. So this is yogi's choice. You know, you can put that knee down. You can just stay here. Otherwise, press out through the left heel, anchor the right foot. Take your hands maybe up to your thigh for a moment, and then all the way up if that's there. You can keep them on the thigh or reach up. Lift yourself up like you were just doing when you were standing. And inhale. Exhale, take the hands down. Okay, we're going to go to 3-legged dog. So the right leg's going to come all the way back and straight up. Let's reach it up. Look at your left thigh. Extend yourself. Breathe. Good. Let the right foot come down. Let's take it forward into plank. And the knees can come down. You can rest here, whatever you need to do. And exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Knees first, chest first, either one. Come down, palm over palm, rest your forehead. Just take a few breaths here. Do absolutely nothing. And take a moment for like a floor, a belly down Shavasana almost. And feel your heart beating. Notice your breath. Slow it down. Good. Okay, take a big breath in, sigh it out. Okay, from here we come up for Cobra. So that could be any variation. Could be a little one. You just put your hands down, lift your chest, or come all the way up. Just open yourself to wherever you go. Let's take one more breath here. Then as you exhale, just gonna come up through hands and knees or any way that this works. Okay, stay as you are wherever you come up. Tuck your toes under. Send the hips back towards the heels in this extended version of the child's pose. Okay, we're just going to take 3 breaths here. Good. Okay. Now from here, just stay here for a moment because what's going to happen next is we're going to come up and we're going to step the left foot forward. So you could just stay as you are, but you could choose either Adventure A, Adventure B. Adventure A, you come up to hands and knees and you step the foot forward. And Adventure B, we come to downward dog. We'll take 3-legged dog on the second side and then step the left foot forward. So that didn't make sense, don't worry, because I'm going to talk you through it. So we come up, hands and knees, exhale to your downward dog. Big toes touch. As you inhale, lift the left leg up in the air. This is the opposite leg to what you did before. Look at your right thigh. Good. And now step this left foot forward, maybe between the hands or to the outside of the hands. You can always adjust. Okay. And then you're here in lunge. You can put the knee down and keep it up. Extend through your legs. And then we're going to come up. You feel maybe hands to thigh first and then up. Or whichever one. Breathe. One more breath. And then we'll take the hands down, step forward to your forward fold. Okay. You'll inhale, lift your head and your heart. Exhale, fold. Good. Take one more breath here. We're going to reach up, come up to standing. Inhale. Okay, from standing, bring your hands down in front of your heart or by your sides. Take a few breaths. To the beating heart, to the dizziness, the movement, the blood pumping. Good. Okay. Inhale. Exhale this breath. Good. And then we're going to come down. So you can do that anyway. I'm going to lift my arms up. And as you exhale, you start to sit down. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Maybe the hands come down first, or maybe you just make it down. However you get here, here we are. Okay, beautiful, guys. All right, grab your bolster. And the bolster was going to go underneath the head. And then we'll have I want you to have 2 things beside you for Badakanasana. So maybe 2 blankets or 2 blocks. And I'm just going to grab 2 blankets. Just put one on either side. And let's bring our straps in too. So you'll have your straps and your 2 blankets. And maybe your heating pad is there too. I don't know. Nothing wrong with that. And then put the bolster will rest under your head. If it doesn't feel good, it's just there for decoration to support your head. So you can always put a blanket or something smaller. Okay. And then you're just going to settle here. I'm sitting up because I'm going to read to you. No, you're just sitting with your knees bent, feet on the floor. And the knees can come together if you like or not. And then your hands can be on your body or out to the side. Or you might even take them over your head, behind your head. Just whatever feels okay. And at any time, if you need to change your position while I'm reading, you do that. Okay, friends. So just while you're settling, I'll just introduce the book I've chosen. So this book is called Mindful Yoga, Mindful Life, A Guide for Everyday Practice. And it's written by Charlotte Bell, and I will share that with you, maybe in my next email. She is a yoga teacher in the States, and she's been teaching for a very long time. She's also a musician, which is kind of cool. So she plays in the Salt Lake, maybe not anymore, but the Philharmonic. Okay. So just as a way of bringing you in, and we've been talking about all of this in our previous classes, this withdrawing of the senses. So it's always interesting to kind of start with awareness to the senses. So just as you are in your space, just open your ears to the sounds you hear outside of your room. And noticing your eyes. And is there space for your eyes to recede more deeply into their sockets? You might even notice as the eyes drop, the ears also follow. So you might be able to hear your breath a little differently. Softening your tongue, the insides of your cheeks. And finally, being aware of the support of the floor. And just with the knees bent, back is a little bit more able to drop in. Staying with the feet on the floor, or bringing your feet together and the knees out to the side for Badakanasana. Supporting your thighs or your knees as you need to. And what is stillness? We can touch stillness by visiting nature, taking a walk in silence, with occasional stops to enjoy whatever is present in the environment. The sights, the sounds, the feel of the earth beneath us, the feel of the atmosphere, the wind and sun on our skin, helps to ground the mind in stillness. The desert is the epitome of stillness, a lake, glassy, still, on a windless day, teaches us about silence. But sometimes even the quiet of the desert is disturbed. A silent lake is easily agitated by rain, wind, and wildlife. Where is a reliable source of stillness to be found? Where is a reliable source of stillness to be found? Stillness resides in awareness. My favorite metaphor for awareness is the sky, clear and infinite. No matter what disturbances appear in the sky itself remains unchanged. Clouds may pass through. Thunderstorms create temporary turbulence. Winds stir up the atmosphere. Air pollution muddles our view, Light pollution obscures the stars, yet the sky itself is not tarnished by these events. It remains vast, pure, and impartial. Maybe reaching your arms over your head and taking a nice big breath, a little arch in your back. And then you can keep your arms over your head, maybe straighten your legs or return them back to bent knee. Just take one or two more breaths here and bringing those knees into your chest, just hugging them in a way that you can stay there for 5 or so breaths, just holding your knees in some way. Breathing into the space that's offered. Just feeling the stillness of the sky. It all exists within you. Vast, pure, and impartial. Just releasing your feet to the floor. And just take 3 breaths here. If you need to stretch your arms out and your legs away, then go ahead and do that. And I'll just, as you take your time in the interim, our next pose will just be simple twist. So just taking both knees over to the right side and using your prop if you need it to prop them up, adjusting whatever you need. The bolster under your head might still be helpful, and if it's not, just take it out. So whenever you're ready, just maybe bringing the knees into your chest first and then dropping them over, or just dropping them over. So the knees are to the right, the arms are open out to the sides. With your arms open out to the sides like wings, this is that invitation to be open, to be vast, to open our hearts so we're impartial, away from our own clouded judgments or beliefs that maybe don't hold true anymore. Feel yourself open. Okay, so we stay in this twist for another few moments on this side. If there's any variation you'd like to move into at any time, then I let you drive your ship. It's just staying to the right. I'm going to read you the last paragraph. Awareness is exactly the same. Awareness is the quality inherent to all of us. It can experience the careening of the wild monkey mind with its emotional peaks and valleys, its agitations and its illuminations, without relinquishing its essential purity. Just feeling for a moment before I finish that, the quality of your breath, the dropping in of the senses, the support of the earth, allowing you to just rest with this open position and this little bit of a twist. Where is your mind? It's there, but it's not there. It's not telling you what to do. The work is being done. And the sky can absorb like the ocean. Take whatever is happening, disperse it, and remain unchanged, no matter what. So as you feel ready, just moving with your breath and just coming back onto your back and just resting in your stillness with the feet on the floor, the legs out, knees into your chest, whatever feels good to just be in the center. So we continue, but it's a big ask. Just allow the agitations of the mind to be absorbed by the vastness of the rest of you, of your inner universe. As you feel ready, we'll start to move into twist on the opposite side. And again, you drop in, make it comfortable. And then taking any variation you like. Settling yourself in on this side. Being open to know and to understand that the two sides are not necessarily the same. So being open to this experience. Not even the same as if you did this pose, a couple days ago, or even this morning. Awareness is vast and limitless, clear and luminous. Awareness is vast and limitless, clear and luminous. It envelops and binds us all. The practice of yoga in all its aspects allows us to reconnect with and dwell in awareness and our essential beingness. Like a newborn baby, free from worry and stress. Just open, a vessel of love. And then bringing yourself back onto your back as you feel ready. And resting in whatever position you need to be in the center here. So I think we're going to skip the strap, and instead I'm going to have you just roll over to one side. Take a few moments on your side to just almost to bring yourself back into this idea of awareness. Here I am on my side. I'm breathing. And then coming up to seated in a very lovely way. Okay, so we're just going to take a few forward folds. And so I'm just going to take one of these blankets I have back here and just sit on it. And we'll start with the legs out in front, and you don't have to go super wide. You can if that's your practice. And you could also have a little bit of support underneath each knee if you need that too. Sometimes if we're very tight, we need that. So be honest with whatever you need. Good. Okay, so we still have this bolster here. I'm just going to bring the bolster in. Hopefully you still have one. If not, make it a block. And we're going to support your head. So as we come forward. Okay, so if this is an awkward pose for you, this is, you take that bolster nice and high. It can go right close to you. It can even just support your chin if that's the better. Okay, so you can put it anyway. Well, let's just start here. And just cultivate that idea of just lying on your back. So you can let your eyes close, you're gazing at the floor. Let's take a few breaths as if you're just bringing in, soft eyes, inviting in your awareness. And at the same time, as you start to just plug in, let your legs just be. You're not pushing them, you're not doing anything, they're just there. They're resting into the floor. And then let your head start to drop, and we'll let this be the invitation. As the chin drops, then your hands can come forward, and you just find your place. And then whatever you get to, what you feel, I might start just by using the bolster as a little support. Whatever you feel like that's the place you need to kind of hang out in. And breathe there. Good. And then after maybe 3-5 breaths, hopefully you'll settle into a place. We're going to support the head. So, you might use the bolster any direction. I'm just showing another one here with my elbows on the bolster and supporting my forehead with my hands. So whatever works for you, find a way to support the forehead here. This is key to just helping us drop in very deeply into what we are trying to, access. We don't have to do anything because it's all there already. It's happening inside you. If you relinquish the thoughts or the need to control or plan or anything, you're just here. Like a dog, he's just there. And just drop into that awareness of presence. Support of the floor, the earth beneath you, support of this body, of your breath. Feel the forehead supported. When I say forehead, maybe that's third eye for you. Maybe it's higher up by the hairline. Okay, I'm just going to let you be here for a few more moments, just breathing as you are. Stay as you are. So you might notice, if you're still in it with the forehead resting, that the body wants to maybe open, give you more room to drop in. And you may also notice the opposite, that your body is like, I need to come out. If you're feeling you need to come out, I encourage you to stay for even like 3 more breaths. Okay. So if you're good, stay. And if you need to come out, then come on out, and you can just sit in any way you like. But if you're still in it, just stay with it for a few more moments. Okay, so if you're still in it, you take a nice big breath, sigh it out, and start to come up as you inhale. You can let your head be the very last thing to come up. And then just pause here, sit however you like, and however you need to. Just feel for yourself. If you've been in it for that long, you're going to feel this. The word carefree wants to come in, but it's like, I am just here. I am just present here right now. So the next forward fold we're going to do is just from cross-legged. And I'll maybe have you cross the right leg over the left to start. And, again, we're going to use the bolster. Sit on something if you need to. Okay, so you can put that bolster again. It can be any way that works. Okay, you could also use a block if you prefer like something a little harder. Block will work too. So either one. Okay, just take a few moments once you're cross-legged, right leg over left. And I have walked the legs forward a little bit. They're not right in. So you decide what works for you. And then again, just closing your eyes. Oh, feel yourself sitting as you are. And then allowing your chin to drop as you exhale. And let that bring you into your forward fold. So I'm just supporting your head if that is there. So you can use the block, maybe it might be too low. So you build your house, kind of figure it out. And again, it's the third eye that's supported or at the hairline. Okay, if that works. If it doesn't work, here's another suggestion is just to turn and face the wall, place your hands at the wall. Or just whatever you're doing is good. How often do you do this? So just be in your space. You may notice the body softens into the shape. The props might need to change position. The body starts to drop. Coming back to all that idea of feeling the vastness within you, like the sky. And no matter what turbulence comes in, things that happen, you are still you. You might be changed. But you can always come back to this idea of openness. Just taking maybe 1 or 3 more breaths. And then whenever you feel ready, you'll just come up to sitting again and just take some time to feel what's changed and what you've invited in. Sitting with your breath and noticing. So we'll do the same thing, but the second side. So you'll just change the cross of the legs. And then just sit for a moment, feel, maybe, like I said, take for granted that the two sides are the same. So if you need to prop yourself up differently, do that. And whenever you're ready, you'll let the eyes close and the chin drop and just continue that into the forward fold. Supporting your head if you can. Taking 1, 2, 3 more breaths here. Just come up whenever you feel ready. I know for some that can be like such a luxurious place. And like, oh, I don't want to come up. So if you need more time, that's okay. Again, just feeling the effects in your head. Good. Okay. So we'll just do one last forward fold in Badakanasana. And, take those, if you need to prop up, as goes without saying always, take care of yourself. And here the bolster can actually sit on the feet too, if that is where you need to go, or wherever it is, block to. Take a few moments, friends, just in the sitting part. Just feeling as you gently receive the support of the floor. Just connect to the parts of you touching the floor, even if you have props under your knees or your thighs. Allow that to be part of the floor. And you'll know when it's time. Just let the head go. You know it. Just find your way in. Wherever your place is, that's the place to be. So just cultivating all of that, bringing everything into this place, to this shape, the softening, and to the undoing. There's nothing to do. You can only go as far as you can go. And then there's nothing to do but wait and be patient. And just like you're sitting on a bench in the park, looking around, just take in the moment. Be present to what is happening right now. Where you can rest. Even within the body, where can you rest? And in all of that, in the space you're in, the shape you're in right now, you experience this offering of stillness and quiet. Even amid the bit of moving that's still happening within you. The mind is still. The breath is quiet. Okay, so I'm going to turn this into turtle pose. And so you're welcome to stay as you are or come out. And to do turtle pose, you're just going to slide your hands and your arms underneath. So you might just get the hands down, you might get your forearms down wherever you go, just a little bit of extra pressure by resting the shins. Thank you. And then just allowing your head to drop, or if your prop is still available, whatever it is. And we'll just rest here for another few moments, or just straight Badakanasana, whichever one. Okay. Stay as you are. And then very slowly just extricate yourself out from that. Just come up to sit and straighten your legs or cross your legs, whatever you feel you need. Just kind of just feel what you've done. Okay. So, friend, it goes so fast, but here we are. We're going to move into Shavasana. And what I want to do is I'm just going to show you very quickly while you're sitting up. And I'll take the bolster down. So it's there for when I want to stretch the legs out. And we're going to start as you come in to lie down. I have a blanket for the head. I'm just going to go to cross-legged. So once I put the legs over, I should be in a place where I can go cross-legged, and the legs are either going to sit on the bolster or maybe just the knees will. Feet might tuck in. Just kind of find that. If it's not happy for you, then just open the legs a little wider, bring the feet together. There's lots of different ways you could do this. But once you're down, you'll put on your socks and your sweaters and grab your eye pillows and all that good stuff you need to deeply relax a little more. Because, the truth is that every pose we do before Shavasana is leading us to Shavasana. So that's where we are. Okay, so if you're in it already, you've gone to cross-legged, then just notice, let's do the right leg on top of the left to start. So if you have any other cross, just switch it for the right leg over the left, and then come into your cross-legged. The bolster can support you. There's no right way. Whatever way feels good is the right way. If you need a blanket over top, if the temperature in your space is a little chilly, then cover yourself. And if you have an eye pillow, then you could bring it in now. So I'll just give you a few moments to just settle, bring in all your props and come into this. Your hands can rest anywhere that feels good. Okay. So while lying on your back is very supportive, it is very different than when we do forward folds, where we're actually really turning in to ourselves. And here, we're open, the chest is open, the heart is open, all your soft parts are vulnerable. So sometimes when we're lying like this, the mind doesn't want to rest. It's still on, it wants to be protective. And that's all fine. I just encourage you here to maybe take the next few moments we have and just notice what's blocking me in this posture. What am I holding on to? What can I drop into the ocean and just let it go? What turbulent storms can I release into the sky? Just feel in this very simple place. Where are you holding? What can you release and feel yourself softening a little bit more? Very gently, without disturbing anything too much. Just going to change the legs. So the left leg comes on top. You have the opposite cross. And then make any adjustments you need. And drop back into this, releasing deeply into your stillness, into your vast expansiveness, into the judgment-free space, where at this moment all is well. This moment, all is well. Good. You're very welcome to stay if you're enjoying this cross-legged. You want to go back to the other side, that's fine. Or you can just simply stretch your legs out over the bolster and rest into your Shavasana. Or just continue whatever it is you're doing here. Release yourself to feel yourself spread out. Literally to take up space within you. Release those places of held tension. Release your stresses, even just for this time. At this moment, all is well. Savor your stillness. Savor your quiet. Shavasana. Staying as you are. You might just rest here as you are for as long as you like. And starting to slowly bring yourself back. Whenever you feel ready, you'll know when it's time to start to bring movement in and stretch yourself long or hug yourself tight. Just be with the sacred quiet of this space and this moment. To gently move through the steps to bring yourself onto your side for a few breaths. And then eventually coming up to seated. And again, no rush. Once you get here, just sit in your quiet and your stillness. Just savor everything you have created, how you feel, and maybe it's not going to last, this feeling, and for the rest of the night even, but it might. And even if it doesn't, then you can always recreate, return, and find this. Let that be a refuge of some sort in these crazy, turbulent times that you have access to so much more than you know. As you're ready, friends, you'll inhale, and as you exhale, bring those hands together in front of your heart, bow your chin with great reverence for all you are and all that you offer yourself. And this great act of self-love and self-care, tender, loving self-care. Just acknowledge that you have offered this, you have sat in this seat, you have explored, and here you are. With great honoring for that, we'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra. And as you're ready, inhale, lengthen tall, and exhale this breath completely. And inhale fully to begin.
May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy.
We'll seal that with an Om. Inhale. Take a full breath in. Breathe it into your hands. Catch and hold your sacred breath. Lift your chin. Open your eyes and offer this to each other, and to each other, and we take it. Yes. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your night. Sleep well. Rest in your pure awareness. Love you so much. Thank you. Yes. Good night, guys. And I'll just show you the title of the book. If you're, it's actually a great book for explaining the Yoga Sutras a little bit. So you're welcome to borrow my copy too if you like. So much love, guys. Good night, everybody.
Good night.